Diddy was Clive Davis's boy toy and that Clive used Diddy to fulfill his own fantasies in return for fame and power. Apparently, they had something of a sugar daddy, sugar baby situation, and Jaguar is now claiming that Clive has been helping Diddy escape justice for years for hurting people. I swear, Jaguar has had her foot on Diddy's neck for a very long time, and it doesn't look like she is letting go anytime soon. And it's not like we mind, because she is steady dropping tea about Diddy that eventually turns out to be true. Now, the rumors of Diddy being on the DL have been around almost as long as his career, and people have spoken over and over again about the things he does with other rappers and the shenanigans that he involves himself in. There has been a lot of talk about how Diddy is gay and how he allegedly SAs male rappers. So many people have come out to talk about this, including 50 Cent, Wendy Williams, The Game, and so much more. Now, what Diddy identifies as should be no one's business, but when he mistreats others, well, it's important that we talk about it. Now, Cassie's lawsuit confirmed Diddy's sick fantasies. Cassie revealed that Diddy forced her to hire male escorts and how he would watch her perform actions with them and got off on it. Well, his bodyguard, Gene, has come out to reveal that not only did Diddy watch Cassie and his escorts, but he also actively participated in the actions as well.
He didn't want it to come back to him in a way, he hiring the people. He gonna put it all on her. Because she knew what he liked. Because she wasn't just hiring it for her. Don't get that effed up, Art. If you think that she was just hiring those male prostitutes for herself, nah.
Considering the old allegations against Diddy for SAing people, as well as the new allegations that have been brought against him, it kind of makes you wonder how on earth he managed to get away with this kind of behavior for so long. It also makes you wonder how he got roped into this kind of behavior in the first place. Well, Jaguar is stepping into the situation and revealing where Diddy learned all this from. Apparently, Diddy himself is also a victim because he was allegedly an intimate slave to Clive Davis, if you know what I mean. If you think about it carefully, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense that Diddy, who was just an intern at Uptown Records, ended up getting a deal to start his own record label, even though he didn't have that much experience in music. He started an internship at Uptown Records in 1990, and 3 years later in 1993, he got fired. Then he started Bad Boy Records in partnership with Arista Records, which is owned by none other than Clive Davis. Sure, Bad Boy Records ended up becoming super successful, but at the time, Diddy was pretty much a newbie in the game. So people have always wondered how he was able to convince Clive to fund his record label. And it wasn't like Clive had a lot of faith in Bad Boy Records being successful, because he himself has admitted this. In an interview, he revealed that Diddy put pressure on him, saying, "Sean Combs convinced me that Top 40 was going to embrace hip-hop. It seemed so unlikely then when he played me Craig Mack's 1994 hit, Flavor in Your Ear, and Notorious B.I.G. material when he was totally unknown. This 21, 22-year-old guy was seeing clearly how music was changing. So Bad Boy was Diddy's dream and not necessarily something that Clive was interested in, but he still decided to fund the label. And with Jaguar's new revelations, it looks like we finally have our answers." According to Jaguar, Diddy was allegedly an SA'd by his mentor, Andre Harrell, who started Uptown Records. And get this, she claims that Andre himself was allegedly by Clive Davis.
My focus right now is Sean Combs.
Okay, tell us why.
Because he's a trafficker. Okay. And he's using music and entertainment to traffic.
Now, is this just boys, girls, adults, kids?
I mean, from what I've heard from sources that I would consider reliable, it really doesn't matter.
Wow.
I don't think something that has anything to do with gender at this point for Sean. I honestly think he's just an extreme narcissist who loves power. He loves the ability to manipulate and control people. Why? Most likely because he was victimized by his mentor, who loved to control people.
And his mentor was
Andre Harrell.
Tell us how
who was mentored by Clive Davis.
And when it comes to Clive deciding to fund Bad Boy Records, Jaguar revealed something interesting.
And don't tell me that Andre Harrell got touched by Clive Davis too.
I'm telling you, I don't know what happened between Andre and Clive. What I do know is that Andre got passed over. Like, how do you go from being the president of Uptown and losing your entire company to your intern? Like, Puff started out as an intern.
Yeah, the math ain't mathin' for me. Diddy has always acknowledged Clive, and in 2019, after he won the Grammy Icon Award, he said, Clive Davis and Arista Records gave me a chance when I started Bad Boy Records. He was one of the first industry executives to really believe in me. I'm forever grateful for him. Well, if the new reports are anything to go by, the reason Clive funded Bad Boy and tossed Andre aside wasn't because he had faith in Diddy. Instead, it was because he and Diddy were secretly involved in some hanky-panky.
Now, rumor has it, allegedly, Diddy got on his knees for Clive Davis in 1994, and that's how Bad Boy Records came about.
This is interesting because Clive also had a couple of SA allegations against him, and he has also come out as being bisexual, so yeah, do what you want with that information. This is also insane, and it just goes to show that there is a lot going on in Hollywood that we don't know about. And this is what people said. Clive SA'd Whitney Houston when she was starting out her career with him. Till this day, he is still profiting from her music, documentaries, movies. He sickens me. And Diddy was highly named in the Jeffrey Epstein deposition and was a frequent visitor to the island. And Jaguar was right. Andre Harrell was on the DL too. And what Jaguar is saying makes so much sense. I knew Clive had everything to do with what Diddy has been doing. It's crazy to think about this cycle that has been going on and on, but I want to know what you guys think about Jaguar's revelations. What do you think about Diddy being Clive's slave?